In preparation for Bhakti-sastri, this is week 1, section 4, and we are going to start Bhagavad Gita as it is proper. This is chapter 1, observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Dhritarashtra vacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yutsava mamakah pandavaschaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra desiring to fight, what did they do? This is the very first verse of Bhagavad Gita, and Prabhupada immediately notes that Bhagavad Gita is a specific book which contains the perfect theistic science. It's a special book which is specifically to be studied because it is directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kimanyai Shastra Vistarai. Why does one require to study any other scripture? One doesn't need to do it. One simply needs to study the Bhagavad Gita according to the Parampara system as taught in the Gita itself, and everything will be clear. Now, the entire Bhagavad Gita is a discussion between Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya. That is the reason why here we notice Dhritarashtra asking Sanjaya this question. The first word is dharmakshetre, which is derived from the word dharmakshetra, and Prabhupada talks about it, that this is a place of pilgrimage, and therefore Dhritarashtra was suspicious. He was not sure how it will affect this battle. He was thinking that the Pandavas would be empowered and Duryodhana and company would be disempowered. Sanjaya vacha drishtva tu pandavani kam vyudham duryodhanastada acharyam upasangamya raja vachanam abravit. Sanjaya said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words. And Sanjaya, he wanted to convey, no, don't think that your sons would ever become righteous. In fact, they did not. Duryodhana, who was kingly because he knew how to think and act like a politician, he would never do things like that. Pashyaitam pandaputranam acharya mahatim chamum vyudham drupadaputrena tava shishyena dhimata. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Now, notice here, Duryodhana is now speaking to Dronacharya, and his basic point is, please don't be liberal. And he is very sarcastic. Look, your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Drupada is Dronacharya's arch enemy, and he had a disciple just to kill Drona, and still he was a disciple of Drona by Drona's compassion, and that compassion is bad. That is the message. Atra shura maheshwasa bhimarjuna samayudhi yuyudhano viratascha drupadascha maharatha. Here in this army are many heroic bowmen, equal in fighting to Bhima and Arjuna. Great fighters like Yudhana, Virata and Drupada. Drishtadyumna, the son of Drupada, is not the only problems in the Pandavas army. There are others too. Drishtaketush Chekitana Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kunti Bhojascha Shaibyascha Narapungava. There are also great heroic powerful fighters like Drishtaketu, Chekitana, Kashiraja, Purujit, Kunti Bhoja and Shaibya. Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta Uttamaujascha Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarva Eva Maharatha. There are the mighty Yudhamanyu, the very powerful Uttamauja, the son of Subhadra and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. Asmakam tu vishishtaye tan nibodha dvijottama Nayaka amma sainyasya sangyartham tan bravimite. But for your information, O best of the Brahmanas, let me tell you about the captains who are especially qualified to lead my military force. Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Kripascha Samitinjaya Ashwathama Vikarnascha Saumadattis Tathaivacha. There are personalities like you, Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, Ashwathama, Vikarna, and the son of Somadatta called Bhurishrava, who are always victorious in battle. Now he is giving a list of those who are powerful in his own army. Anye cha bhava shura madarthe tyakta jivita nana shastra praharana sarve yuddha visharada. There are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. All of them are well equipped with different kinds of weapons, and all are experienced in military science. So Duryodhana is very confident that he will be able to win the war because he has powerful warriors. Aparyaptam tadasmakam balam bhishma bhirakshitam paryaptam tvidame tesham balam bhima bhirakshitam. Our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhishma, whereas the strength of the Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited. This is typical of Duryodhana's demoniac brain. He thinks that Bhishma is more secure than Bhima. From the materialistic perspective, it appears to be well ascertained. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yatha bhagam avasthita bhishmameva bhirakshantu bhavantas sarva eva hi. All of you must now give full support to grandfather Bhishma as you stand at your respective strategic points of entrance into the phalanx of the army. But still, Duryodhana was frightened. Maybe Duryodhana is such a great hero, but he thought that Drona would think, okay, so I'm not such a great hero, so why are you coming and asking me to help him? So therefore he wanted to give the impression that no, all of you are very important. Without you, Bhishma is nowhere. Tasya sanjanayan harsham guru vruddha pitamaha simhanadam vinadyochai shankham dadmau pratapavan. Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighters, blew his conch shell very loudly, making a roar like the roar of a lion, giving Duryodhana joy. Bhishma could understand what Duryodhana is up to, but he did not speak to him anything to confirm his glorification of Bhishma. He simply took his conch shell and started blowing. Tatah shankhascha bhairyascha panavanaka gomukha sahasaiva bhyanyanta sashabdas tumulo bhavat. After that, the conch shells, drums, bugles, trumpets and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous. Tatashveter hayeryukte mahatisyandane sthito madhavah pandavaschaiva divyau shankho pradadmatuhu. On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells. And the other side, there was Krishna, who is referred to as Madhava, the husband of goddess of fortune, and Arjuna, who is referred to as Pandava. And they were blowing transcendental conch shells. Notice, the others were not described as having transcendental conch shells. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Tadhmau Mahashankham Bhimakarma Vrikodara. Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya. Arjuna blew his, the Devadatta, and Bhima, the voracious eater and performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell called Poundra. So the idea is that all of them had special, famous conch shells. These are not ordinary conch shells. And each of them have been described in a specific manner. Krishna is a controller of everyone's senses. And Arjuna, he fetched a lot of wealth for Yudhishthir when he had to once perform a sacrifice. And Bhima is described as Vrikodara, a very powerful eater and a performer of very powerful activities.